在西雅图他是那个跟比尔盖茨住在一起，对不对？所以我们要讲的是这个故事。那当然还要看对方嘛，如果对方是微商，我就说哦，那个我之前有个伙伴就是这时候就讲谁呢？就讲玉倩的故事，对不对？是不是就讲玉倩以前微商也做的也是赚不少钱，就跟你一样。可是后来做如新呢，做1年多就做得很不错了就怎样怎样，就讲他的故事，对不对？那既然讲故事呢，有一点就是很多人讲话他很怕别人不相信他，一直那目的性很强。我们没有我们讲完反正就看他怎样就是他听得进去。因为记得那个什么叫对的人我们之前也教过，那个对的人找对客户嘛，第一个你要跟他讲得上话对不对？然后呢跟你算有点缘分的，对不对？那我们都是这样测试，我讲话他听不听得进去？他听不进去你再跟他说服，或者是他可能要等3个月之后才会听得进去。可是我们讲现在我们如果强迫他，这个线就断掉了所以跟你们分享一下，刚刚有人问了，就是微商其实不止微商别的行业也会问什么什么，你回答的好，你是不是就把它勾住了？而回答不好，他就跑掉了嘛，对不对？那我通常都是讲故事，一直讲，就是一直讲一次没有用，要一直洗脑，一直洗脑。就好像刚刚那个谁啊，那个玉倩问说，大家都把这个当做附加的，说什么等我退休之后再来做，等我找不到工作再来做什么什么什么的。那没关系，他现在就是这样想嘛。可是我就知道我们开始要在朋友圈贴什么，像昨天我就一直贴了，就是说哇，那个心脏科医生来做如新然后他的弟弟也 po 了说，感谢你17年前跟我讲这个事业，心脏科医科的弟弟药师也投入如新17年就这样写。然后还有谁呢？记者来做如新，律师来做如新，警察反正一直 po 嘛。他看多了是不是就被影响了？他才会，像我邻居也会讲我邻居也是那个他很有钱可是他希望他女儿来做，可是他女儿就说，可是我读这么多书来做如新，去伦敦读书嘛，读了一个硕士，很可惜。你们怎么回答？有人读到出国读书，然后又读很好的学校，又花很多钱来做如新，不是很可惜吗？怎么回答？来，怎么回答？哇，你们不会回答很可怕，天天在问这种问题耶。这个回答的好就进一个人，回答不好人家就跑掉了。你也觉得很可惜嘛？因为你骨子里也觉得很可惜嘛。我才不是我都会讲我那个故事。什么故事？我说我跟你说，我一个伙伴读牙医然后呢阳明医学院的牙医，然后呢也是出国读到博士，回来做如新。我说你读到博士来做如新不会很可惜？他说哪有，我读到博士去帮别人打工，赚那个一辈子不会发达的钱才可惜嘞。你看是不是？我都讲故事，而且一直讲，因为讲一次他一定都觉得反正你也会说服人你就是要洗我脑。可是讲多了他就渐渐被影响了。所以各位你们听有没有这个有没有感觉就是这种小事情嘛。那今天可能就跟大家厘清一些观念，不然我们的伙伴一些基本观念不 OK 他也是今天又做这个，明天他又觉得开店又比较好赚又看到微商又觉得可能微商比较好赚，那看到股票又觉得股票又好赚的啦，那听到比特币又觉得比特币要发了什么什么的那个你很累呀那我都不排斥这些东西，你们都可以去投资，包括我自己。你看刚刚那个火锅店老板也打来问我说那个股票因为我跟我邻居比较好嘛，他们都会买，他说这个可不可以卖什么什么什么。你看我们也会讨论这个，我也不排斥我也，可是本业那个 New Skin 这个也是要那个对不对？也是要顾好好，所以今天大概会跟大家分享这些东西，好不好？希望可以对大家有帮助。那大家呢，你们自己有时候 有碰到伙伴有一些问题你们比较不会回应的，也可以来问我，问我，就像刚刚那个几个问题嘛，几个问题，好吧？好，今天谢谢大家啊，谢谢，我们就待会
谢谢康瑞老师，做工作人员太幸福了，我觉得今天学到2招，
学到2招，对，好，我们就待会见。
好，谢谢
那我就不下去了，我就在这里了哈。
对，现在可以开门了是吧，老师们？外边已经有60多人等。
所以可以放他们进来了。
那
8点
55是可以放音乐了。看舍利老师信心满满，我会慢一点说话的哈。
谢谢。其
实
谢谢玉倩，
把稿子给你，你就按照那稿子翻译就行，你不用管我讲什么。
可是那样子我比较不好翻，我比较习惯就是你们讲我就一直翻，因为那个文法有点不一样，所以你给我稿子我会一直想要每一个字都要跟着它。可能强迫症。
好的。
今天有翻译哦。
对，我们有，不过老师你就正常讲就可以。
好，
因为他会在另外一个房间翻译英文。
对，瑞老师我会帮你翻译英文。
好的，谢谢你们，谢谢
瑞老师。
好，我放人进来了 ，Guarantee 开始放了。
好。
Hello， 大家好，欢迎来自全球各地的 New Skin 的家人们。首先呢，请各位参与的家人可以在屏幕上打出你是来自于哪个国家呢？来自于哪个团队？让我们互相认识一下好吗？来，我们来看一下啊，哇，有来自于中国、马来西亚、台北、美国、台湾、纽约啊，还有印尼的伙伴啊。太棒了啊！欢迎大家在我们 New Skin 的 NP World 空中平台共聚一堂。那先跟大家来自我介绍一下，我是来自于山东济南的玉倩啊，非常荣幸今天可以在这5天启动营的第1天作为主持跟大家一起见面。那我来介绍一下，我们另一个房间里呢还有我们的水老师，是我们的同台的英文翻译啊，跟大家打个招呼，水老师非常感谢啊，今天真的很感谢啊，水老师是在另一个房间里为我们做同频的翻译。在这里呢，先跟大家介绍一下，我们的 NP World 是由3阶创业名人小 B 老师、康瑞老师联合创办的空中教育平台，主要是可以借用一条网络线，结合线上线下零国界，而且是无时差的这种联合的培训系统，可以让我们开市天下，遍地开花。那我们8月的5天启动，8月的启动营呢，是由我们 NP World 主办，集结了全球各地的如新的大老师们，共同在这个平台带领大家认识如新事业以及产品的美好。那在这儿呢，也欢迎线上来自全球各地的 New Skin 家人们共同一起参与。在这儿也特别感谢我们的飞利浦老师的大力支持，大家可以给点鲜花和掌声。那如果您是英文使用者啊，可以点击右下角的地球的图标，切换到我们的英文频道啊。那又讲我们5天启动营啊，第1天，大家知道是谁来给我们开场吗？知道的可以打上他的名字好吗？这位老师真的是可以讲如新的传奇人物。为什么这样讲？我在刚刚加入团队的时候，就听我的老师一直在讲，有那么一个人，以前是个穷小子啊，连睡觉的枕头都买不起的人，他后来不仅仅开上了劳斯莱斯啊，而且还请特助给他当司机。大家好不好奇，是一个什么样的机会，什么样的一个平台，可以让一个没有钱脉啊、没有背景的人从零从无到有？好不好奇？大家想听一下他今天的分享，以及在这里跟大家讲一个好消息。今天我们是一个研讨会是交流会。如果大家在创业，或者是你还没有加入 New Skin 在这也调查一下有没有新朋友还没有进入如新的，可以扣个1上来吗？如果你对如新或者是说这个直销行业有什么不明白不懂，或者是一直困扰你的，你今天都可以来提出好不好？提出你想要问的问题，今天为您解答的这位老师真的很厉害，不得了，了不得在哪里？刚刚有讲，第一个，他是从大学生开始创业做如新。那大家想一想，如果你已经有过工作，或者是有工作的经历，是不是你的人脉要比这位老师要多得多？那如果还是说您对直销还有一些不了解、不明白的话，
I think you probably have a lot of your own experience through your work. But for him, he started business when he was in university, and then now he has such great of achievement. So if you have any question tonight, please type in the chat room today, and then he will try to answer your questions. So before he introduced himself, let's watch a video first.
好像错失了很多美好的事情的改变，而改变自己的命运。我觉得我最大的改变就是我开始懂得坚持这件事情。
非常感谢New Skin做
如新非常好。就 就没有看过那个坚持到最后没成功的。现在就下一个决定，要来提升自己跟家人的生活。
好，大家用我们热烈的掌声和鲜花欢迎我们的康瑞老师。康瑞老师可以上
Let's
线。
give a big round of applause and flowers to welcome him. So thank you, our MC, for introducing me today. And so hello, everyone, for our new Skin family. I'm so happy to see all of you. Even though the pandemic is still here and then in everywhere, but I still heard some good news for our business partners because many of our business partners, because of this pandemic, they start this business to create their dream. And during this whole process, I'm actually very happy for them. And under this kind of situation, because this business is like a new business right now during this time, and we're using the new compensation plan, new system, and new way of doing it. But still many of the people, they don't really understand what's this business about. They try to understand, but sometimes they think they understand or they actually don't understand. And sometimes when they don't understand anything and they like try to start this business and in the end they fail. So I want to share with all of you today what I've learned through all the years and all my experience, so that maybe you can think more clearly, and also you will not be affected by other people's bad opinion. So someone just asked me a question. So the question is, many people say that don't do direct sales. And for me, I think that all the products, I think it doesn't matter. Oh, many people say that we don't have to use direct sales product because there's other brands product is still good too. And then my answer is yes, of course, because you don't need to use everything all direct sales product. For example, my TV. My TV is not a direct sales product. My phone, it's iPhone, so it's not direct sales product either. So of course, you don't have to use all the product which is under direct sales. But actually, I understand this is not really he mean. It's not really his question. So before I answer that, I want to share a story I heard yesterday. So someone told me that in France, there's a governor who is complained about women. And he said, do you know, in our country, we spend so much money to help our ladies in our country to become beautiful. And it's double of the money that we spend on the weapon that we need to protect our country. Don't you think it's pretty funny? Because and the French lady replied, this is nothing weird because the men in our government is doubled. It's more than it's more than women. It's double amount of our women. So this is a joke. So I used that to start. So I prepared something to show you today too. So somebody posts this today, says that I'm consistent of taking this every day for half year. And this is a very good thing for our skin. So this is one of the direct sales product too. So think about it. Just the for those social media influencer, it doesn't matter how big followers they have. The things that they are, sometimes they will try to promote a product and then but then they have to keep changing the products. But think about it, think about this. If they can promote a product which has a very strong background of the scientists, of the quality, so that then this way will help them to grow the business longer. But unfortunately, it's not like that. So look at this picture right now. This is a celebrity. So many people probably think that if the celebrities is using something that I can afford, then I hope I can use that too. And this is the marine mud of our company. But why would she use that? Because the marine mud, the price is actually very good. So if you look at this picture, everyone knows about Lancome, but then you know how much cost, the actual cost for their ingredients, it's only 2%. But do you know how much cost for Nu Skin to put in our own product? It's 23%. So one of the person asked me before and then said that, do you think does that means the Lancome it's not that good? And I replied, I said I wouldn't say the Lancome is not good, but don't you think Nu Skin compare? If you compare like this, then isn't it Nu Skin's product is better? So if Lancome only use 2% of the cost to put it in their ingredients, but Nu Skin use 23% of the cost in the ingredients, isn't that, does that mean that this 23% product is better? And then Lancome sell for $10,000. So you decide. And this will answer you, is it necessarily to use all the direct sales products? You don't need to use all the direct sales product. And then second, it's not all the direct sales product, it's safe to use. And sometimes some of the company, they will add in the cost, like adding 50% of the cost so that you can resell to other people. And have you ever heard that somebody say that they use some product, it's more expensive, but it has no results? And recently there is a very popular micro business in Taiwan. So one of their very top leader, he got fined because he was trying to just recruit people, but then he's over promoting his product. So in the end, he got fined. So if you ask me, is all the direct sales product are good, then I have to say you have to see if they really have good quality or they just over promote it. And then there's other saying, So they were saying, how do you differentiate what is direct sales product or the pyramid? So the answer is that if there's a product that everybody's using it globally, then but then not many people, but it's not every single one person are all doing as a business, then this is a direct sales. But if there's a product that only certain people using it, and then every single person using it has to do the business, and then it's only in certain place, then this is pyramid. So the second question I want to share with you is that many people think that direct sales business is a scam. And some people ask me, will I be successful in new scheme? I will answer your question later. So many people think that many direct sales business are scam because all those people are talking about the good income, the passive residual income. But then when they enter the business, they didn't make any money. So I want to share something with you. So when we talk about the passive income, it's actually the concept. It's from the Rich Dad and Poor Dad. It was talking about people are making active income and passive income. And they were saying that if you have to work for it, and then when you don't work, you have no money, that's called active income. But then if there's something you do that after you work hard for a while, and then afterwards, when you don't do it, you still have money, then that's called passive income. So when you go work in January, you get paid in February, and then you go in work this month, then you get paid next month. But then if you don't go work this month, then you will not get paid next month. This is what we call active income. You have to do it so that you can have income. But what is passive income? It's that you work so hard and then you try to purchase a property, a house, to rent it out so that you can have the rental income. Or if you can produce an album like a singer, and then it can give him or her a residual income too. This is very important. That's when you first in contact of Nu Skin, this platform. When I first start this business, actually, I don't know anything about this. That time I started with a boy who has acne on my whole face, and then I use one soap to wash from my face to my toe, and then I don't know how to communicate with people. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't have a friend, and then I don't know how to sell. I can give you an example. In my class, we have 20. In our class, we have 20 people. There's only 2 people that didn't join for the soccer team. One is the person who is disabled with a disability, and then the other person, it's me. So you can try to imagine how bad I was. And even that time when I first joined the business, one of my sponsors even told me before, Jasmine even told me before that, why don't you try to go find a government job? Because she didn't think that I can make it, I can do this job. And then because of what she advised me, you know what, I actually went to try to do an exam and then qualify for this government job. And I have to go study. And then every day after I finish my school, I have to take 1 hour, took 1 hour bus to this private learning class to learn. And then stay until 10 p.m. And I have to do that 6 days a week. And I was thinking that if I can if I can do like this, I can be consistent like this, then how can I not make any money in New Skin? So that's why I told my sponsor, I say, I'm going to do New Skin. But you think about it, if you, most of people all try to work for somebody to start, and afterwards, they try to become their own boss. So this is the 4 quadrant, the ESBI 4 quadrant from the Poor Dad and Rich Dad book. So one side is the active income, one side is the passive income. I'm not gonna go detail in this area today. So after you work for somebody, when you decide to do your own business, you become your self-employee. So this will take you to another quadrant. So which people are in this area, doctors, lawyers, or the self-employee? And then try to think about, if you want to be doctor, how many years do you need to take? Probably at least 7 years. And then you need to do practicum after. And then if you want to be your own boss, you still have to go learn. And then how much money you have to invest. I think at least you probably have to contribute 30 to 40,000 US dollars in order to be a self-employed, a small business owner. But by doing this, this might help you. You might have chance to make the passive income. But how can you know if your business can give you passive income? So people usually differentiate that if you can own your own business who has more than 500 workers, then I think that will allow you to have a passive income. I have a friend who owned a hotel in Taiwan. When I look at him, I think he actually looked quite chill, because he has more than 500 employees who's working for him. And so that gives a proof too, that if you own your own business, then you probably need to have at least 500 workers work under you in order for you to accumulate a passive income. And another thing for passive income, do you think when you have passive income, do you have to take care of it or look after it? For example, if you have a rental properties, do you not need to look after your property? And sometimes when you have a rental property, you still have to go collect the rent, or sometimes you have to go maintain the houses, and then sometimes there are other things that you have to take care about. But this is still called passive income. So some people, sometimes they said that you told me that direct sales business will create passive income, and I've been in this business for 1 year. How come I still don't have passive income? So somebody type in the chat room and then say that she has passive income. So 2018. So back then in New Skin, not many people can enter the business and then create a huge amount of income right away.
各位，这叫 New Skin 现在让利耶。
But now in New Skin, you can actually leverage. One of my business partner earlier, she just typed in the chat room, say that she has the passive income. So what does passive income mean? Think about if today your product is not good enough, then if everybody try once and then they don't like the product, then you don't have passive income because they will not continue use it. And there is a celebrity in Taiwan that she shared with us before that her sister, her health is not that good, and for her body condition, it's very hard to carry a baby. But because of she's taking New Skin supplements, and in the end, now she had a baby. So think about it. Isn't that amazing? And then through this amazing story, she can share with for everyone around them, and then that's how people will be willing to try our products. And another example is that a while ago I was coughing. So a while ago, my son. A while ago, my son start coughing and then coughing really bad, and then in the end, you know what? I realized that our galvanic spa actually had a huge help to help him stop coughing. So I've been using that on him, and then actually his coughing is a lot better now. And if you can collect a passive income, which $2,000 to $3,000 US dollars per month, and if you can collect that as your passive income, as your rental property income, then think about it. It's actually equal that you own a big houses already, but then you're collecting the rent. So you actually own more than what you think. So now somebody has a question, say that, okay, somebody asking how young you can start a New Skin, and then in the United States, it's 17 years old. So now I'm gonna show you a PowerPoint. So there's some people, they try to do a business, and then they overthinking, and then they keep asking for their friends' opinion, and then they spend 5,000 NT dollars to start this business, to buy the product, and then they start posting for 3 days, and then after 3 days, they start complaint. They think that, you know, this business is very hard to do. Another person who started this business, and he actually did a lot of research, and then he prepared the investment, and then he's not listening to other people, and he spent $50,000 and then to start this business and work really, really hard. So for this example, you will see it will become two different types of people. Sometimes you want to find a business partners, and you will find different kind of people. For sometimes when you find a person, if you give them $100, they already think it's so good, and then some people, they might say that if you give me $100, I can make $10,000 for you. $10,000 for you. So there are all different kinds of people in this world. But before you start, what are you thinking in your mind? because your thinking will determine your results. And there are some people, they want to use their own way, like to do this business. And even though they have a lot of investment, sometimes it might not work too. So I will tell you how I started. When I joined the business, I was a very poor student, and I actually maxed out 2 of my credit cards. I started with nothing, like I have nothing on my hand. And that's why I will say thinking it's very important. Today we're focused on passive income. I will tell you another story. I have a business partner, and he was a very good, he was a very hard working person. And after 3 years in this business, and then he actually passed away. And then because of some accident, and his younger brother took over his Nu Skin business. But his younger brother doesn't work as hard as him. He will just deal with some small stuff that he understands. But you know what happened? After a while, one day, the company actually told his brother that he already generates $1 million US dollars already. And then 10 years after, his younger brother received $5 million after. Do you know what this means? The person who worked hard for this business actually passed away, but his brother took over the business, and he didn't do much, but imagine how much money he got it. He get it right now. So this is called passive income. And this is what I talk about. So if you're talking about insurance money, you will get a bulk payment at once. But the insurance money, it's not passive income. If you are a doctor, then you probably can have a good job, make good income, but that's still not called passive income. And another example, it's one of another business partner. The person who is in the business, after he worked really hard, and then one day he got Alzheimer's, and so he can't work anymore. But even until today, his account allowed his family to generate more than $20 million already. This is what we call passive income. So in this platform, Nu Skin actually offers everyone the same opportunity. And some people, sometimes they ask me, and then they said that I have no result. And then sometimes when I check their social media, when I try to help them to look at their social media, I realize that those people, they say they don't have any result, but it's because they don't have any posting. So when I look at my business partner who has a very good result, you know how much posts they're doing every day? 20 posts per day. That's how much they're doing it. And another question, some people might say that there are so many temptations outside. That's why they cannot focus on the business. Then I will tell you, if you can think clearly and then know what you want, then you will focus on what you want. For me, I've been spent 10 years to look for something can take me to the next level. But even 10 years later, I cannot see any other opportunity that is as good as the New Skin. So another thing is that the platform that you work with can determine. So, for example, for some people, they join this business, they joined it, but they don't want to learn, even though we have a good support, we have a good mentorship, and then we have a good product, good company, but then they're not willing to learn. And then, so if you are willing to learn, and then you can, it can help you to build your business. And another question is that another person, his question is that there are so many opportunities outside to make money. There's so many opportunities outside to make money, then I don't know which one to choose. So my answer is that, yeah, I guess if you said there are so many opportunities outside to help you make small money, then I agree. Some people might invest like to do some, like a while ago, the mask business, or some people they do stocks. And many people say that they don't need to make money. And for me, how I see it is that I think they don't need small money, but I think they want to make big money. So one of our business partner, and one of her house to rent it out for her to collect rental income, it's $10,000 every month just to collect for the rental income. But even Shirley said that I don't need the small money, but I need big money. So I think for us in this platform, we want to pursue our big dream. In New Skin, there are so many people already made more than $1 million and above. So in this kind of business, first is that you have to have a good quality product. So for when you talk about good product, it's not I talk about. Sometimes there are some products outside, they say that those products are good because it's one person who developed it and then say it's so good, so good. I don't know about you, but for me, I wouldn't really believe that. Like if they're selling food or something else, I might believe it. But if for skincare and supplement, no, I don't think so. So if you think that you can, but if other people tell me that they're willing to try to do those kind of business, if they ask me, actually, I will not say no because I will not stop them. But as for me, I will not do those kind of business. I'm gonna give you another example. Recently, there is ingredients in our product. It's called Ethylene. Just for this ingredients, New Skin actually spent $20 million just to buy this ingredient so that they can patent it. And but then another thing is that after they purchase it, this ethylene in our product, it's for a while already. But then, you know what? Recently, New Skin actually decided to not use this product to use something even better. Don't you think isn't that amazing? And another thing that you have to consider is that if you work in a business, partner with a platform, you have to make sure this company that you partner with will never go bankrupt. Because sometimes what happens is there's some business that people do it and then they can make big money few times, but then one day the company, just because it's against the law, and then it just got shut down or it just went bankrupt. So have you ever think about if you want to partner with a company, you have to make sure the company will not go bankrupt. So New Skin actually been credit rating by the Dun & Bradstreet, and I don't know if you know about this company, but it's a very famous company who's giving all the credit rating for all the company in the world. And if I give you something more easy to understand, imagine like Sony. Sony is a company, it's been around for a while. So if you can find a company who's as solid as Sony, then, it will not go bankrupt, then it's a good company. Just think that I'm never against you to make more money. So some people, they will invest in Bitcoin, or some people, they will invest stocks. You can go ahead, of course, because you can there's nothing wrong with it. And now I'm gonna talk about another question. Let's talk about sales. Many people, they don't want to sell. They say, I don't want to sell products. So I will say that for people who's against of selling, I think it's the way they thinking. Because if for a person who can sell, they must have a very good personality. Because if you talk to people and the people don't want to talk to you, and then when you talk to people doesn't want to listen to you, and of course you don't have confidence of talk to the person of anything. And if you keep feeling that way, then you will be so negative. And then if you keep doing that, like constantly doing that, in the end you will be so negative, and then you don't want to do anything else. Why you will be like that? It's not because of what you look like. It's not because you really don't know how to sell. It's not because of your bad luck. It's because when you do something you didn't I will say it's the way that you think it's not as clear, and then sometimes you probably need to try to do self-healing. And let me give you another example. Like if for you to look better, then you have to think about for a long time, and then to decide if you want to look better for your own self, then I think that's a problem too. So what I want to tell you is that selling, it's worth for us to learn. And don't worry, we will learn in this platform. And yesterday I heard somebody talk about a story. This person say that there's a senior who made a coffee, and then he said something. He said, this is the first coffee I make for myself because I finally retired after I'm 65 years old. So this is what people will say when they work for other people. So for me, if I don't know something, I will try to learn it. So if you want to find good business, it's The first is that the company has to last forever. The second is the product has good quality. Third is that this platform can allow you to actually generate income. So think about it. When you start a business, you need time to learn. So you have to make sure this company will go bankrupt. 20 years ago, when I just started a business, I was trying to sell a product to a lady. I tried my best to do that. And then I tried so hard. She didn't buy anything. But in the end, one day she came back to me and then she asked me for marine mud. So the second time I tried so hard, it happened the same too. So what I was trying to say that I feel so happy that the company is still here, and then it has good support to me, and so that all my learning and all my experience will help me achieve what I have today. And I'll give you, that was 20 years ago. So now I'm gonna give you another example. There's another lady that I tried to talk to her long time ago, and then I invite her to an event, and she got there at, the event starts at 7 o'clock, but she left right at 7:30. And I was trying to talk to her about the business for half years. And I'm so happy that I partnered up with New Skin, because and through all the time and through all my hard work, try to talk to her. And think about it, if you try to partner up with all the micro business right now, some of the business will require you to have a good sales ability. So that's why for me, I think that the business partner that you're working with, it's very important. If you are a doctor, if you're a lawyer, and then you will partner up with a company, but even though if you do that, you will not have the same result as us. So after we talk about this today, I want you to do something. It's when the person is trying to ask you many questions, and then they have a lot of questions, and then if they keep have questions, when they have a lot of questions, they keep asking you. So what you need to do is actually you need to stop and then be quiet, and then just don't talk to them, because and then what you can do is that you can think about, if there's a company you don't like, maybe you can just tell them to do that business too. Let me tell you, you have to sometimes you just have to say no to certain people. But let me tell you, some people might tell me that if I don't do that, then I don't have any people want to work with me. But let me tell you, if you didn't find the right people, then it's not going to be a great help for your business either. So there was a phrase from the Buddhism, and it says the Buddha said, I will only preach to the people that who will listen to me. So even Jesus said something too. Jesus say that God will help the people that who help themselves first. So in our new skin business, it's the same. If you only talk to 3 people and then they all reject you, and then you think that this business is so hard, then I suggest you, then you should just go back to work your original life and then work for your boss. You should look for the right person. You know what I do? I actually have a very high standard inside my mind. Every time when I talk to a person, when I talk to them, I usually will listen to their answer and see what their answers are. Sometimes if you talk to a person and then this person say that I don't have the ability to do it, then if you have this answer, if you think you don't have ability, then what you need to do is to work extra hard to learn it. I want to show you a picture of me. That was me before I started the new skin business. Many people, they don't know what I looked before. Okay, I'm gonna show you my picture before I do new skin. Look at it. This was me before. When people saw me before, they always say that I must work super, super hard in order to have my achievement. The lady beside me is Winnie. I talked to her when she was trying to selling the sausage. And then the other person, the other lady beside me, and she was my, we're in the same school. So back then, they all just purchased a small amount of product, but then now they all became more than $5 million. So sometimes some people say that I look ugly, so I'm not suitable for this business. So if you want to be more beautiful, then you have to take care of your skin by using the products. And then if you say, I'm just like this bad, like I can't do anything, then if the person really think that they're bad, they can't do anything, then don't force them, just leave them be. Don't hang around with the people that always complain and then think they're not good. Because think about it, like why you spend time with them? I'm not mad, but for some people, if they tell you that they rather go work, then just tell them go work. Don't try to convince them or force them. So for some people, they might say that I'm just gonna go do stocks, then go ahead. But there might be some people, after you talk to them about the business, they said, I think I can do it. Then this is the right person. So first you have to know that what kind of the person you want to attract. You have to be very clear of what kind of business partner you are looking for. Do you think it's possible that there are people who work a lot of hours and then try to change their life? Don't try to control other people. If I can't even control my son when he doesn't want to eat for his dinner. And for my son, if he doesn't want to do homework, I will not force him to, but I will probably try to think many ideas to attempt him to do homework so that he feel more interested. So that's what I learned in New Skin. So you have to know clearly in your mind that what are the people you're looking for. Another thing is, yesterday was Valentine's Day in Taiwan. And then some people might say that, oh, people all go here and there. If you know clearly that what you want, then you will not envy other people because everybody wants different things. I have yesterday I have a partner. He's really good because yesterday it's Valentine's Day, and then he went to the new skin company. He actually sold a set of TR90, and then he said the person's supposed to meet him at 5 o'clock, but then the person was late for 2.5 hours. I really think my partner, it's really great, because when you face a situation, different people have different reaction. So what is this? Is that when you facing a problem or a thing, how you gonna deal with it? For some people, for myself before is back then for me, I'm the person that there was a customer that owed me $7,000 because he didn't give me back the $7,000. And then in the end, I went to police station to sue him. So I was those type of the people. So don't worry. And then it doesn't matter how, how bad you think you are, but as long as you're willing to learn and change, just like me. And then back then, I tried to do like 2 hours a day to work. And then I find that I feel like I cannot achieve, I can only make certain money. So I decide to spend 6 hours a day after, and then in the very end, I decide to spend 12 hours a day in order to achieve the income what I want to make. But I feel so good for all of you right now, because right now this reason years, like people make money more faster than me now. So if you don't try to learn more and then try to change yourself, then for me, I think it's all about our own self. Another thing is that some people might say that, Ray, you explained to me really good. Maybe one day I cannot do anything else. Then maybe I will think about to do it with you. When they tell me this, I actually think that it's pretty funny. So before I talk even more, because my time is up for me to take supplement. So this is all the supplements I take right now. So I have to take my supplements, and then this drinks you see, it's very priceless. It's our supplement too. And I put Jumpstart, I put ProBio in there. And I put the garlic. Some people say that I take supplements like my late night snack. I think so too. And then sometimes some people say that when you take this amount of supplement, don't you think that it's bad for your body? I think it's even more funny when you go out and eat a lot of junk food, and then you drink a lot, and then you don't think it's harm for your body. And another question for if you have a sleeping problem, and look at this 2 purple supplements I took. Let me show you something. Before I have this sleep problem, like I was tired, but then I can't really fall into sleep. So I have to watch movie. And then when I keep watching movie, in the end, I cannot sleep until 5 or 6 a.m. And then sometimes I don't go to bed until afternoon. So and then because we do new skin, we don't have to wake up early. So that's why it allows I keep doing that, but actually it's very bad. So I will have this itchiness on my skin. And then sometimes when I sleep, I only sleep 2 or 3 hours and I will wake again. And I have a little bit allergy, so I was taking the allergy pill. And then I was trying to take some sleeping pill. I was trying to take all the different things to help me to go to sleep. But then every time I only sleep 3 or 4 hours and I will be awake. And then I try all the different things, but I actually don't think any of that really helped me. But recently I've been taking this purple capsule that, you know what happened? I was able to sleep 8 hours. And then when I'm awake, I actually feel very sober and very good. Some people ask me another question. When you take supplement, can I lose weight if I take supplement?
来给各位看一下，刚好有人问这个问题，他用第63
Some people just ask me in the chat room. And then let me show you this picture. This is my friend. He's using TR for 63 days. And then now look at her. This is another lady. She's the mom. She was worried that she cannot lose weight after she gave birth. This is another lady. Look at her tummy before and then look at her right now. And then this is our tummy. So if you ask me, will I lose weight if I take supplement? This is the picture I want to show you, and look at this picture. So our last question. So some people say that I will wait until I have no money, then I will go do direct sales with you. So one example I mentioned earlier, that there is my business partner, Jia Rui. When he entered the business, he was actually doing the stock, and he was actually making a very good income when he entered the new scheme. I will say he's really smart. And then, the other person asked me in the chat room, say that if you always sleep late, what should I take? So my answer is Reshi Max. Because when you always sleep late, then you need to take Reshi Max to help your liver. Back then, when I have a headache, I always take Tylenol. And then there's once I went on a trip with a business partner. He has the science background. Also, he was a Chinese doctor. And he was studying in the pharmaceutical background. And then he told me, he said, don't take Tylenol when you have headache. Just take the garlic and fish oil. And he said the garlic and the fish oil will help you. If you just take Tylenol, it will just temporarily to make you numb so that you don't feel anything. But if you take the garlic and the fish oil, then it will actually help you remove your headache. So I have a business partner. He has migraines, and so he was taking the Life Pack Nano. And after he took for 3 months, his migraine was gone. And I have another few partner out there saying. So the 3 product you can take is the Life Pack Nano, or you can take just the garlic and fish oil. So let's go back to the topic that some people say that I will do the business when I have no money. So every time when I hear about this kind of question, what I do is that I will not focus on that particular problem, but on my post, I will try to post something that's related. For example, I will post something about there's a doctor who do this business, and then he was a doctor to start, but then after he entered this business, he makes certain amount of money after 3 years later. And don't try to lecture the person you talk to. Sometimes I ask some of my business partner their master degree, why they do this business. And then sometimes I talk to different background of people and ask them why they do this business. And then one of the person I talked to, he was a master degree, and then he was saying that I feel bad if after I study so much, in the end, I have to just work for somebody. I will feel sad myself. Somebody might say that you study so much, don't you think it's bad don't you think it's wasting all your skill if you want to do a new skin? But then one of our business partner, who is the doctor, he said that whatever I learn, it's my own knowledge. So but then it doesn't mean that that's the work, the business I want to do. Let me give you another example that one of the celebrity who is our business partner that I mentioned earlier about. So her sister, her body condition was really bad that couldn't carry any baby, but because of our supplement, she was able to have a baby now. So do you think that when you talk to somebody, you think that if you talk to them about this fact, they will just buy it? For me, I don't think so. And then let me give you another example that is another our business partner. They tried a different way of trying to have a baby. They look for all different kind of doctors, and then none of them works. And in the very end, they actually had a baby. It's because they took R-square. So sometimes, like, if I just go straight to talk to other people about this story, for me, I don't know about you, but then I don't think I have those kind of influence can actually make them want to take the product. You have to remember all the big customers start with small products. So I'd rather they just start with some small products that they like. For example, they can start with our marine mud to make their skin better. After that, they can try the shampoo. Or and some people ask me, some people ask me a question that can we give our pets our supplement? Of course. Okay, I'm gonna continue. So for the person, for me, I always help them to start with the small product first, because after they try the small product, if they have the confidence about the product, then they will try other product. So sometimes when you try to share product, you don't think that the product is too small. Don't feel sad about that. When the people, they stuck at a certain point, you try to help them. and then start one by one by helping one by one. So for people, they told me that they will do new skin when they have no work, nothing to do. Then if that's their decision, then just let them be. So if you're in new skin, you have to think about something like you have to think of something when we talk about the micro business. Just imagine when you are making $1 million and well, you're not afraid the company will go bankrupt. So I think the stability of a company is very important. So I remember back then, my mom told me that I think you're my mom told me that I think you're selling your life to new skin. So I want you to remember something that when I actually asked my mom, I said, Mom, so if we buy a house, do you think it's we live in our house or my sponsor live in the house? And then my mom told me that we live in the house. And then I asked my mom, I said, so if I buy a nice car, do you think it's we are driving it or my sponsor driving it? And then my mom replied me, we are driving it. And I told her, if we go somewhere really, we buy something really nice, do you think that it's we use it or my sponsor use it? And my mom said, we use it. So here is to your answer. So when people say that you're selling your life to new skin, I actually agree to it, because if I don't work really hard in this business, then I will not achieve what I have right now. But the system and then the way it designed it actually give me very low risk. Just think about if you work for somebody. When you talk about work hard, you can either go work for somebody or you can go open your own business. But then what kind of business you want to do? You need a lot of investment. And then if you have a small shop or business, you have to work from day and night. And then you have to hire people to help you. Then you actually contribute a lot of the time and money. But think about it, now we just do everything online, and then you can open globally. And then if you talk about the micro business, then they sell all kind of stuff. It might not just from their company, but then if you when you're in our business, all our product, it's with the science backup, with the company support. So every of our product has good quality. So when you are in our business, if you use the product yourself, you can see the good result. When you share with other people, you can make the sharing bonus. And then you don't have to take a lot of responsibility, because if you are owning your own business, you actually take a lot of responsibility, not talking about the investment yet. And in our platform, how come normal people can be successful in this platform too? Because you don't have to stock the product, you don't have to invest a lot, and then you don't have to worry about the shipping, you don't have to worry about the product quality. Then if you have all this kind of support and then you still think it's very hard, then you're welcome to open your own store and then try it. One of my business partner, and he used to own his own store, and then I saw him every day. Every day he has to open his store from 12 p.m. and until start at 12 p.m. to 4 a.m. And then after he gets off work, he also has another place, and then he has to run after. So he was working super hard. So whatever people say, for me, I always think that they're all right. because it all depends on what you're thinking, what you believe, who you become. Some people, they try to convince you and force you. I have a partner who is a student before. He was doing New Skin with me before, and then some people persuade him to do the stocks, and then he actually went to do the stocks, and then you know what happened. Now he actually lost he actually, in the end, he lost his houses so that he can do the stocks. So I try to answer everyone's question. So who you work are, which company you partner with are so important. So people talk about easy. They say they want to do easy things. For my son, he tried to memorize the mathematic calculation table. And then I said, I know it's hard, but you just need to try to keep practicing, remember it. So for me, people ask me, how do I lead my team? I will say I don't really lead them. What I do for the past 20 years, it's whatever I want my team to do, I will do it first. I will do the things that I want them to do. So for many people, if you can have a big line, then you can already retire. For me, I have 2 big lines. For me, I think that in New Skin, in New Skin, New Skin can allow you to generate small income too. So for many people, they have small income and then it's a passive income. That's why they don't do anything further. And sometimes I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing too. For the place I live right now, I have my neighbors. They're all the richest person in Taiwan. So I actually been living with my neighbors. They're all like richest people in Taiwan. So sometimes my business partner will tell their friend that our leader in New Skin are very good too, because he live in a place where surrounded by the richest people too. So back to the question, back to the topic. So what I do to lead my team is that I will do the things myself first. I will do the things that first to show my team how I want them to do it and see if they will follow. There's another question. There's a person say that if I just I have no sponsor, my sponsor is just the company, then can I still make money? And then my answer is that you can go ask the company. I think a company will help you find a sponsor. Okay, so my last tip is when you talk to people about New Skin, because I think all of you can talk a lot now because you learn so much now. So sometimes when you talk to people about New Skin and then you talk about a lot of a thing, but let me tell you, don't talk a lot. What you need to talk, don't try to find the problem, don't need to try to find the question. So what you need to do is that find a question and then try to solve it. For example, recently the pandemic time, many people they're getting the vaccine shot. So you can talk about drink more water, you should take more vitamin C, you should take more supplements. This is what you need to do. And now another question is that okay, let's go back to the social media thing. So during this time, you can say that you can take supplement, you should take supplement this time, vitamin C, and then you can post on your social media about the splash C. Because for many of you, you try to dream big first. And then, so it's like when you are seeing a very beautiful girl, and then before you even meet the girl, you already ask the girl, will you spend a lot of money, like if we get married, or will you be good to my mom, like if we get married? So people will think that you are crazy because you didn't even really know the girl. So don't try to overthink or think too much. So you can talk about, so for your social media posting, you can start with Splash C, you can start with the Life Pack Nano, can help for the migraine, and then you can start with the toothpaste. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to the question earlier. There's a person say that I don't like my sponsor. So I have to tell you that this problem really happened, really exists. So my answer, through my experience, I will say that if you change another sponsor, you might not like them too. So there is a story from a Bible. So I learned so much from all different kinds of religion. So there is a person who walked from a village, from the upper village to this village. So the other person asked, so A person asked the B person and then say that, how do you like the upper village? So the B person say that, I don't like the A village. I'm gonna go look around for other villages. And then the A person told the B person and say that actually you don't need to go look for other villages because I don't think you will like the next village either. So to answer your question, I will say that you should set you should understand the definition of sponsor. First, if you look on the agreement paper, sponsor is to help us to connect us to this business. So you are an independent business partner. And second, sometimes you don't have just one sponsor. You probably have more than one sponsor, especially right now. Especially right now, we're all helping each other globally. So, and then we all learn together. So I will say that we should try to have our own responsibility. For myself, if I'm not good with somebody, I will just do it myself. For example, I was working with my sponsor, Jasmine, and after a while, and then she said she's going back to her country to take care of her mom, and I just do it myself after. Some people, they might choose to leave their sponsor, And some people might try to persuade you to other team. And some people might give you all the different reasons and say that why you have to work with other team. And then the person who decide to change a sponsor when Jasmine went back to her country, actually that person was not in this business anymore. So today, because I know every one of us, it's in our business, we are a new skin family. That's why I just want to tell you everything I feel. And for some people, they sometimes what they see is that they think to work with other team it's better because other team look better. But so sometimes they will try to switch to different team, but it happened before. But then those people, I don't see them in this business anymore. So you actually have 6 straight sponsors. If you have to see, you can get along with all 6 of them, and if you can get along with them and then decide if you want to do the business or not, then I think it's actually pretty hard for you to do this business too. So I learned this, it's all through my yearly experience. I hope my sharing is helpful for you. And there is another question, say that I haven't seen the result. So I've been in this business for a long time and I didn't see the result yet. So for my answer is that first you have to know what's the result you want to get. For some people, they keep talking about they have no result. But when you look at it, they actually didn't do anything to help this business. If you ask them how many cases you try to talk per day, maybe they don't have any. So I try to talk to people differently now. So when I talk to them, I say, when you work for other people, you have to work the whole day. And so if you can talk to 3 people a day, morning, afternoon, and evening, 3 people every single day. So think about how many people you can talk to in 3 months. So let me remind you something. It doesn't matter what kind of a system or team you're with. If you don't do anything yourself, you're not going to have a result. So in the very end, I want to ask you, do you want to increase your income? There's another question right now. So if a person, they want to do business, but then they're very negative, then what to do? Then my answer is that there's nothing you can do. Because if a person, he's not willing to change, then there's nothing you can do. Because if you want to achieve something, then you need to tolerate. Some people, they're negative, but they are still willing to work. For me, I'm actually negative too, but then I work hard. For me, like I will put my 100% effort to work toward it, and I will prepare for the worst too. But then every day I will still do the things that I need to do. Second, like I think many of you that you probably worry too much. You always try to worry about your partner, or you worry too much about your partners. If the person is really negative and then he can only do a little right now, then just let them. You still have to do the things that you need to do.
那不行哎，你每天没在干嘛，又没牵到线，又没卖东西，那个又没有。
You cannot just wait there and then just hope that he will become happier. You still need to work every day and then do the things that you need to do. If you're like this, then if you're like this, you can either do part-time or you can just go back to work. So let me ask you a question. Do you want to make an income it's triple or 5 times more than what you used to make? Do you want to help your family to have a better quality of life? So my son told me today, he said, I don't want to have a kid in the future. And I asked him, I said, why? And then my son told me, he said that because I'm scared that if I don't have money, I cannot support him. So I actually told him that it's like a school. It's like when you go to school, you pay for the tuition and then you go learn. And then because my son's talking to me because I told my son and I said that when you go to school, you learn, and then in the future, if you can learn in the future, then you can have a way. So what I'm trying to say is that when you have a high income, and then when the person has a problem, then when you have a high income, your family, you can take care better for your family. For example, you can give your kids a good education. You can hire a helper for your mom. And then when I was 5 or 6 years old, my mom took me to see my grandma. And my mom was helping my grandmother to clean her pot. I always remember that picture. And then my grandmother, I always have that picture in my mind. And I told my sister, I said that the reason that our grandma used to put the food in the fridge and then it was bad, and then and her bowl it's always dirty and the pot is dirty. It's not because she wants to eat bad stuff. It's because she was old and then she can't eat, that she can't see. She doesn't know the bowl is dirty, and then she doesn't have the smell. She can't smell. She doesn't know her food was bad. So that's why our grandma was living like those kind of condition. So the reason I make money, I have money right now, is so that I can help my mom. See, my mom has a helper to help her right now, and I can help her to have a better quality of life. Because it doesn't matter how good you can talk, it's actually how much you actually have. So when you talk about the life quality, everything you talk about, you still need income. So there's a question for me. It says that, is there a question you can ask them straight directly and then people will not reject you? And then my answer is no. And one of my business partner who is very successful right now, she told me she used to swear and say that she will never do this business. But now she's so successful in our business too. So what that means is that you have to accumulate your energy and then by learning and then practice. So today you want to increase your income, and because of this goal, say if it's 10,000 US dollars per month, for your goal, how much you're willing to put the effort in for your goal. For some people, they say they want to have a good income, but then 1 minute they say their hair is painful. 1 minute they say they're busy. 1 minute they say they have something else to do. So they always have many excuses. Then in that case, I will just give them 3 words. It's impossible for them to make money in this business. If you want to have an income, you need to do massive action. And you don't have to lie to people about your income, because I'm willing to admit that I need more income to achieve the life quality that I want. So what's the good thing about if you partner with us? So let's say today you have a heart problem that you have to go look for a doctor. So when you want to go look for a doctor, do you just want to randomly look for a partner, or you want to find a specialist? So think about it, for those micro business opportunity, they talk to you for all different kind of business opportunity. But for us, we are the specialists of the things that we do. That's why we focus and then just focus on our business. We don't do something else. And let's say 5 years ago, you didn't know what your goal is, and then you didn't do anything, and that's why you didn't have anything right now. But right now, at this moment, if you don't make a decision and to decide what you want to do, then what will happen in 5 years later? So your life and your destiny, it's actually decided by you. So what you need to do is you need to immediately to satisfy the needs around your people. So I will say try to post 20 posts a day. You should try to post. You can post 20 posts in your stories. And then if let's say if you post 20 stories and then your friend try to block you, then don't feel disappointed. You just need to go search and then to make yourself even better, but still posting. So I try to answer all the questions today. And okay, there's another question is say that when you don't have achievement, what can you do? And my answer is that you still need to work hard because you don't have achievement. So this is my answer for today. So thank you everyone. And thank you really for your sharing tonight. And from the beginning and then through your experience and how to guide other people to this business. And thank you so much for all your Q&A today. And we're so thankful to have all the leaders who can help us. So please give a big round of applause and flowers in your chat room. And before we finish, I'm gonna announce for our tomorrow. So tomorrow, if you are interested about the TR90 market, have you ever take about TR90? And do you want to learn the TR90 and then try to be the #1 of your own country? So tomorrow, the speaker, he is the #1 TR90 who sell the TR90. He is the #1. He used to own 19 cosmetic stores. And then he was the father of the BB cream. So just for the TR90 product, his sales was #1 in his country.
销售冠军的人老师来学习，如何你也变
Do you want to learn from him and then see how you can be like a #1 too? So thank you so much for Rayleigh's sharing for today. We learned so much and also give us a lot of encouragement and strength. So thank you so much for our host and for our translator today. So can you please turn on your camera and then let's all take a picture. So can you show the hand? Let's all take a picture. It doesn't matter what background you're coming from, and doesn't matter which country you are. If you want to do it, you can be #1 too. So this is a very rarely chance that we can take a picture with our sponsor Ray today. Thank you so much for Rayleigh's sharing. And please turn on your microphone and then you can say thank you to our speaker tonight. So thank you so much for everyone.
对，好，谢谢，
谢谢老师，
谢谢老师，谢谢老师，谢谢。
大
Thank
师
you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
谢谢康瑞老师，
谢谢老师，
谢谢康瑞老师，谢谢。
谢谢老师。
谢谢。
Thank you everyone. 拜拜 everyone.
谢谢，拜拜。
So tomorrow same time we'll see everyone. See you.
谢谢老师，
拜拜，谢谢一切，
Bye.
谢谢翻译的
谢谢康瑞老
力
师。
Thank you. 谢谢老师，拜拜。
非常感谢大家，明天同一时间见，
拜拜。
拜拜。